When it comes to tapping into the power of nostalgia, G.I. Joe Wrath of the Cobra checks many of the right boxes. This retro-inspired beat-em-up seeks to capture the spirit of the 1980s Saturday morning cartoon era, all while delivering gameplay familiar to fans of genre classics like Streets of Rage and TMNT Shredder's Revenge. However, while the game provides a fun throwback experience, it struggles to rise above mediocrity in some critical areas. For me, one of the game's greatest standout elements is its art direction, as the 2D pixel art effectively recreates the look and feel of the classic G.I. Joe cartoons. Characters like Duke, Scarlet, Roblox, and Snake Eyes are instantly recognizable, while bosses such as Cobra's Commander, Destro, and Baroness ooze personality. However, the environments and the level design are disappointingly generic. Industrial backdrops, urban alleys, and Cobra's hideout lack distinctiveness and fail to make an impression. But its soundtrack deserves a nod for nostalgic homage to the 16-bit era, as it blends upbeat synth-heavy tracks with fast-paced energy that complements the game's relentless action. But unfortunately, this game's user interface is clunky and inconsistent, with poorly localized text and awkward menus that detract from the overall polish. And its gameplay is what you expect from any beat 'em up, as you can choose from a roster of 4 G.I. Joe alternatives, each one having its own unique stats, and I should mention you actually can unlock 2 more additional players. And its combat system revolves around light and heavy attacks, special moves, parries and combos, and familiar power-ups and destructible objects scattered throughout the battlefield, which provide health boost and occasional weapons like rifles and grenades. And while the combat is satisfying in short bursts, it lacks the depth or creativity to sustain longer play sessions, and its hitboxes can feel inconsistent. I should also mention the enemy behavior is quite repetitive. Boss fights, while visually engaging, often fall flat due to poor AI, and the ability to swap characters during the campaign is a nice touch, but even this doesn't prevent the gameplay from becoming stale after a few levels. And if you're hoping for an engaging story, unfortunately, this game does not deliver. The game loosely strings together a series of missions against Cobra's usual world domination plot, but the narrative never evolves beyond the surface level cutscenes filled with cliché dialogue. And while a deep story isn't necessarily a requirement for the genre, the absence of a coherent or compelling plot leaves the experience feeling hollow. But if there's one place this game truly shines, it's in its local multiplayer mode, as this allows for up to 4 players to team up, and this feature injects energy into the gameplay and makes it a fun couch co-op experience. I should also mention that this game does have some unlockable modes like Bus Rush and Arcade, along with some difficulty modifiers, which do extend its replayability. In my opinion, G.I. Joe Wrath of the Cobra is a game that thrives on nostalgia, but it stumbles in its execution. Its charming visuals, faithful homage to G.I. Joe franchise, are commendable, but its gameplay mechanics and level design fail to innovate or excite. For me, this game's a 6 out of 10. It's an okay game that I cannot recommend to any of you.